If I had to rebuild my garage gym from scratch, these are the 5 things that I would buy. Everything else would wait. First thing I would buy is a squat rack with a barbell and plates, but I'd make sure that that squat rack had a pull-up bar attachment so that I can do pull-ups later. The second thing I would get is dumbbells and kettlebells, but I'd strategically buy those when I start out, where I select weights that's gonna get me close to failure at 5 reps, and then also weights that's gonna get me close to failure for 10 plus reps. The third thing that I would do is I'd make sure that I get a large variety of resistance bands. Resistance bands are extremely versatile. You can do almost every exercise and you can add resistance to already loaded exercises. So the fourth thing that I would go with is gonna be a sandbag, one of the strongman sandbags. Reason being, it's cheaper, it is very versatile. You can improve strength and power. You can do loaded carries with it. It's a great tool to add to a garage gym, especially when you're limited on equipment, and it's a better purchase than any of the specialty equipment early on. The fifth one's gonna be interesting. I would either go with a sled or one cardio machine. The reason why I'd probably go with the sled on this one though is because a sled can be used for cardio, but it can also be used for strength gains and as well as speed and acceleration. And so for me personally, and for what I think would be most appropriate for our programming, I would go with a sled over a cardio machine. But if I had to choose a cardio machine instead of a sled, I would go with an eco bike or some type of assault or air bike. But the reality is a sled's gonna be a lot cheaper. I would go with that first, save up for that eco bike later and get that later on.